Absolutely, you should. Wake up, babe. New episode of the fanfic just dropped.
Mm, a new chapter just dropped.
New chapter just dropped.
It's a worldwide event.
You just see. You just. You just see up in the sky. It's a world event. New chapter of the DXU fanfic just dropped. Imagine if that were a thing in real life. Like, you just see up in the sky, like dozens of miles ahead of you, just new world event. You know, natural disaster, earthquake,
COVID-29.
COVID, fucking boss spawn.
New boss unlocked.
New boss summoned. More.
New area unlocked.
Legendary.
New opponent.
Legendary difficulty applied. All skulls on. 10 times difficulty modifier. 12 times spawn rate boost. All habitats will now slowly wither and decay. New boss summoned. Good luck, champions.
New boss unlocked. Odd of Cthulhu.
Why do I hear boss music?
Boss unlocked. Moon Lord.
Alright, hear me out here. What do you think the Moon Lord What do you think that the Moon Lord tastes like? Do you think he tastes like human, which is similar to pork, or do you think he tastes like squid?
What part of him?
The whole part. Is it like a mermaid where it's like, you know, there's a clearly defined line? Is it like a surf and turf
Isn't like
platter?
most of his body made of metal?
I don't know. Anyways, is it like a mermaid? Like, that's the question I need to know. Is there a clearly defined line between mer and maid? Like, is it a surf?
That would taste like.
Is it a surf and turf platter? Do I just take a bite of the tail? It tastes like. It just tastes like sushi, or do you take a bite out of her shoulder and it tastes like sushi, or does it taste like pork or something?
I think like the organic parts of the Moon Lord, I think that they would taste like, you know, flesh, but like saltier and more meatier.
It tastes like moon rocks.
New chapter unlocked. Depression acquired. Father left.
5 stays. Well, now you discovered it. It's like speedrunning a game. I know about this game mechanic and all this shit, but the game doesn't think that I know.
Speedrunning the DXU fanfic.
Reading that, like, in its entirety in one sitting, is a one-way trip to having not just one, but both of your parents leave you. Not even your dad, just your parents will leave you. You're adopted and they love you? Well, too bad. Damon. They don't love you anymore. They want a refund.
Hey, Damon, I have an experiment.
Side character. Side character. Texas and Mexico are North America DLCs, and the moment you load into the Texas server, you can go to any Buc-ee's. It functions like the Firelink Shrine or the Round Table Hold, and you could go there to pick up new side quests. We should just refer to like locations in real life as DLC, and like what areas would be the central hub. Like, if North America were an IRL server, very clearly, holy shit, you're right. Okay, hear me out here. Cracker Barrel is the Firelink shrine for white people. No.
What?
Southern California just DLC to California?
Yes it is. My brother just asked me, is Southern California just DLC for standard California? Baja California is still early access. What else? Oh, New Zealand is early access DLC, which is why we only discovered it, like, you know, less than 150 years ago. Is anybody still there? Am I just talking to the void? Okay.
I'm here.
By the way, I'm just gonna drop this little nugget of wisdom on you. My teacher said that British people are like cockroaches, not because they're disgusting or bad. I already told you, I didn't tell Doji. Not because they're bad, but because, if you think about it, British people are much like cockroaches in the fact that they can inhabit any place on the planet and survive and thrive. Not only were they able to conquer Africa, one of the most dangerous and inhospitable places on the planet, yes. They did it the best, however. Not only do they live on a giant island shaped just stupidly, but also they conquered Australia and New Zealand. It probably picked it up. I don't know of any mobs that can spawn with sugarcane. By the way, the new Minecraft update name just dropped. Do you want to hear what it's called? It's called the Tails and Trails update. Or Trails and Tails.
Why?
I don't know. They should have called it the fucking random shit update, because that's exactly what it is. It's random bullshit. It's like, I mean, all the updates are nice and all, except for the Sniffer, give us the fucking rascal. But, you know, they're cool. Cherry Blossoms, pretty cool. The Sniffer eggs.
What's it called again?
In my opinion, either the Tough Golem or the Rascal should have won. Because explain to me what the fuck the Sniffer does exactly. Oh, it finds new plants. Okay. Is that supposed to mean anything? We could have gotten... No, the plants are just decoration. Oh, but this one says torch flower, so it'll give off light. It'll be a natural way, like sweet berries, and, or it'll be like... Hear me out here. Oh, it'll be like an alternative to the glowberry, but it's like on the ground. So you could light up your area. Wrong, stupid. It doesn't provide any light. But it's called the torch flower. Yep. It's a disappointment. Believe me. I too would have loved a flower that gives off light I would put that shit in every build that I have, even if it doesn't fit the theme. Just because it's that cool. But Mojang ruined it. The Sniffer egg could be potentially really cool. The Sniffer itself, why did we have to sacrifice a mob vote for it? Like, there were two really strong competitors. The Tough Golem, it could be the third ever golem added to the game after its bigger brother. The Copper Golem was sacrificed because, blue thing. And also, it could be a really unique way to store items. How cool would that be? It's a statue that, you know, it can come alive. Or the Rascal. Yeah, it's a gargoyle. That just sounds fucking cool. And then if you look at it, it's adorable. And then we also have the Rascal, which looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame had a child with the merchant from Resident Evil. And also, if you... Yeah, we probably won't, though, because blah blah blah, endangered species, we don't want to encourage people to kill them in real life. Like, as if any... Yeah. As if any sensible 9-year-old child, upon getting attacked by a stingray in Minecraft, would immediately think, oh boy, these things are hostile in the fictional game universe. Therefore, they're hostile in real life, which means I should absolutely go get my dad's shovel and beat them to death. No! What are they gonna say? Ow, the stingray hurt me. That's not very nice. And probably punch it and walk away. They're not gonna take up arms against stingrays or, you know, spine rays or whatever and go and fucking shoot them. Yeah, they're not gonna go fucking execute them for TikTok likes or something. They're gonna be like, oh, they're like bees and pufferfish. If you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. Yeah, people either get butthurt, they're too sensitive, or they're just generally not available. Like, a crocodile or an alligator would be so cool to the game. You could have added them to the new mangrove biome, or you could have added them to the older swamp biome. Really cool. We got a panda. Okay, that's pretty cool. It better do something useful, though. Oh, they're extremely rare and can only be found in, you know, 2 of the 3 new biomes in this update. Well, that sucks, but at least they're really cool and, you know, they have a bunch of different effects. Oh, the Phantom? They're an annoying piece of shit that hurts you if you don't sleep. Okay, well, that's annoying, but a very good gameplay feature for that one idiot that doesn't sleep on the server and instead just goes AFK for 25 minutes every single day whenever it turns night.
Right.
Yeah? That is true. They do drop a very useful item. Useful in that their use is really fantastic, but kind of useless in that by the time you have an elytra, you've probably already got some form of mending or unbreaking 3. Or, you know, you have like 4 books or 4 elytras, so you don't really need it too badly. But generally pretty cool. And for people that think they're way too annoying and should be removed from Minecraft, keep in mind we voted for them. As in, not just one person that you can shove all the blame on, or a group of people. No, that's called segregation. But the entire Minecraft community at large voted for them. So, yeah. Pick your battles. There's also the fact that they can be very easily countered by this thing called sleeping. And if you can't sleep once every 4 days, or 3 days, or however long it takes a phantom to spawn and kill you, then you have a problem. Yeah, or, you know, just stand underneath blocks, because phantoms will not target you, or even spawn for that matter, if you're under blocks. Cool. There's also the very, very, very neat fact in that, well, how should I put this? They're just a dope-ass mob. Like, look, you look at the Phantom and tell me that that does not look cool. It is one of like 5 flying mobs in the entire game. 2 of which are boss mobs. 2 of which are boss mobs. 2 of which are passive or neutral mobs that won't even hurt you. Oh, I didn't even think about parrots. That's 6. 3 of which are passive.
Parrots are blind?
No. Parrots, bats, and bees are all like passive-ish mobs. Except for the bee, if you punch them or break their hive or do anything to piss them off, they will fight you. And then the Ender Dragon, yeah, they're completely neutral. Yeah, just respect the bees, they'll respect you. And then you have the Ender Dragon and Wither, which are boss mobs, so they don't exactly count. Oh, there's the gas, too. Yeah. I'm not going... Yeah, just a songbird would be cool. Also, hear me out here. The blaze doesn't fly, it hovers. Flight is the ability to stay in the air for an extended period of time and move freely. The blaze can stay in the air for an extended period of time, cannot move freely. They cannot move forward or backwards while they're flying unless they're knocked back. And they can only just go up and down. Yeah, out of like 70 plus mobs in Minecraft, right? Only 7 are able to fly. And the Phantom is the coolest by far, excluding the Ender Dragon and Wither, because, well, it's just fucking cool. It hunts you down if you don't sleep, which is a really useful mechanic. They burn in the daylight, so it's not, you know, obnoxious like a creeper. And they also... Yeah, they're completely, like... If you place blocks down, they're stopped. They don't go through them. They're not like ghosts. Also, I don't consider Vexes flying mobs,
Ooh.
since they're affected by gravity. Yeah. Because notice how the Vex dips and dives and will, like, stand towards the floor? Also, the Vex doesn't really ever fly all that high. It's more of, like, hovering. Like with an Elytra. And then, we've had the recent few mob votes, which have been alright. You know. The Glow Squid... kind of a mid-choice, honestly, but it could have been worse. It could have been the Moobloom.
I think that the Iceologer would have been a good mob.
The Iceologer would have been a much better choice now that I'm looking back at it. But, you know, it's better we got something that was kind of, you know, pointless rather than something that was negatively affecting the game. Because let's be honest, glow signs are really cool. They're easy to see, they look pretty, and they're just cool. They are. Plus, no matter what brightness it is, they will always be the same brightness. It could be... What?
I didn't know that.
Bruh.
Instead of mob boxes, they could just
Yeah. Also, yeah. Also, keep this in mind. The Iceologer would have been perfect for the mountains, just saying. It was a hostile pillager mob that would drop blocks of ice on the player as a form of magic attack. Also, if the Iceologer were added, we might get a cool new enchantment to deal with its frost effect. And also, maybe, just maybe, Minecraft would have added magic to the game. Minecraft, add spells and wands and shit. That would be so cool. And like, you don't have to make it like Terraria where you can make proper specializations for classes and all that. But like, armor that buffs certain attributes, like, you know, you have a turtle helmet, why not make full turtle armor? Or when you make netherite armor or an elytra, you're able to reinforce the armor with, you know, turtle scoots to make it stronger but slower. You take 0 knockback and it gives you increased strength, but you also move really slow. Or, you know, like what about like armor made from string, or like chainmail armor reinforced with, I don't know, feathers or something, or like wool to make it more padded and resistant to damage or fall damage, while also making you faster but making you weaker, so it gives you weakness. It would give you like speed, or just buff like your fall damage immunity, but making you slightly weaker because, well, you don't have a full range of motion. Or, you know, if you did add magic with leather armor, or even with a whole new set of armor crafted from, like, I don't know, silk, which could be made from string, giving it another use. You could actually have the loom be used for something. You could make the Silk Road. That's a very good point. Yeah, you could make like a mage's robe, like from Terraria or something, and it could buff like the spells of certain things, and you could find like exclusive gems in different biomes. Like, you know, in the future there might be, if the Iceologer was added, there might be like a Fireologer or something, or like a fire mage found in like the desert, or like the mesa or the savannah, something like that. And in the mesa and savannah, you could find like rubies that buff fire damage. And if you combine them with a robe, it'll make you like a fire robe. And if you get the fire wand or something, or a fire spell tome, it'll make your fire damage higher, and give you like extra fire resistance. Like, not outright giving you fire resistance, but just making it so that way, you know, lava and fire do little to no damage to you. Or like, you know, a regen robe that would slowly regenerate your life over time no matter how much food you ate. And like, there could be a healing wand where you and allies near you, like within 5 or so blocks, could be healed. Like, think of all the cool ideas you could add just by making like just by adding 1 or 2 new mobs. You could spiral inwards and inwards. Like, the sniffer was added. Okay, we got plants. What does that mean? There might be a bunch of brand new plants in the future. 1.21 might be an addition to this. We might get a whole bunch of like brand new like passive mobs, or like bees might actually be able to do something more useful. Just... yeah, like... Also, Mojang, add back the furnace duplication glitch to Bedrock. Java has so many easy XP farms. Just let us have this one. Oh, but it breaks the spirit of the game and all that. Mojang, the spirit of your game is to have fun. Yeah, then either nerf Java so it's equivalent to Bedrock, or give Bedrock something better. Oh, but we don't want to impact player experience all that much. First of all, that's bullshit. Second of all, if you didn't want to impact our experience all that much, why'd you remove it in the first place? People liked it. We were just fixing a bug that was on the bug tracker. This was here for 8 fucking years, and you only removed it now, as in when enchantments, like right around the same time, enchantments started to become more and more tiresome to get. Before, you could go into like 1.12, right? Put a diamond pickaxe in the enchantment table, put some lapis in there, level 30, boom. You'll probably get 2 out of 3 or even all 3 enchantments that you need. You'll get Fortune 3, Efficiency, Unbreaking 3, or some combination of the 3. Now, if you throw a pickaxe into a max level enchantment table, which is optimized for minimal XP input and maximum enchantment output, you could re-roll your pickaxe 3 times. Maybe once you'll get a good pickaxe. Come on, Minecraft. Be better. You are the single most played and most bought game in the world. Be better. Also, hear me out on this one. If the dude, what's his name? If the Rascal were added, he might give us new enchantments on pickaxes. Or like, I don't know. He'll add like he'll give you like a secret like rare item that's like a night vision helmet or something that gives you like, you know, that gives you like night vision when entering caves below Y level 0. Like, and it could use like durability for every like 4 seconds that it's on your head, and it could have same durability as like a golden helmet or something. Or even then, that would have been the perfect Minecraft. That would have been the perfect update if the Rascal was added to feature brand new mining things, because we just had an update all about caves and cliffs. And so far, those caves and cliffs are kind of lackluster, not gonna lie. They're cool, yeah, they're pretty to look at, and they're really, really fun to explore. Yeah, we need more function over fashion. The sniffer looks adorable, don't get me wrong. The eggs, I could do something great with those eggs. I could make like a dragon nest. You know. But what do they do exactly? They dig up flowers? Okay, cool. What are we going to do with them? Oh, you plant them around your house and base. They look all pretty. Is that it? Well, yeah, we might add more in the future. Okay, you might add more in the future. Might. It's not a promise, it's not a guarantee, but you might. Yeah, you might have added something that everybody wanted and expected from you. Like, how hard is it to go back to such banger updates as, like, remember the fucking, like, remember when Mojang announced the Nether update and it was like the most hyped thing ever? And then remember all the memes saying like, you know, hey Mojang, can we have a cave update? Hey Mojang, a cave update might be nice. Did you say nether update? You know, this isn't what I wanted, but this is still pretty good. And then Mojang was like, psych bitches, here's a cave update. That was such a cool time period. We just had like 4 or 5 really solid updates in a row. We had 1.13 right after that. We just had like, we had 1.13 right after that, 1.14. Still 2 of the best updates back to back in Minecraft history. Next after that, we had the 1.15 update. Pretty lackluster, but a bunch of performance changes that, you know, kind of fixed how the game worked for a little bit. After that, we had 1.16. 1.16 turned the game on its head by literally scrapping and remaking a whole dimension. We got 2 new wood types. We got 4 or 5 brand new biomes. We got a new ore that's even stronger than diamond. We also got, you know, 3, 4, 5 brand new mobs in the game. We got brand new backstory, brand new lore, a bunch of new structures, and overall, just a really fun mechanic. Bartering's really fun.
You think I can make chapter 6?
If you feel like it, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make chapter 6
Yeah,
today.
pace yourself. You made 3 chapters today. That's enough for you. let the horny flow through you.
You see, it's a bad idea to you, but it's a good story.
It's a fantastic idea for us.
You should read the first chapter.
He doesn't have the Disney Fast Pass, so he's not able to see the things.
Oh, okay.
Doji, go to sleep. Yeah, that's fair.
Disney's Smash Play.
Doji, go to sleep.
Mm.
Okay. And then 1.17. Pretty sure that was the one with the mountains. That one was fire. 1.18 was the one with the cave. That was fire. 1.19. Pretty mid, not gonna lie. It wasn't wild enough. We did get a brand new Giga mob. We got, you know, some cool, smaller mobs to play around with. The Allay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. Like, it would be fun to do something like that, like what you just said with like a false mushroom biome, where it's like, you know, a mushroom biome is already super rare. How cool would it be for it to have an even rarer counterpart where it, you know, spawns like horrifying mobs that hunt you down? That'd be so fun. What if there was a mimic biome that looked identical to a standard biome? Like, you walk into a spruce forest, you know, it's all fine. Once you go too far in, it like teleports you really quickly to a separate dimension, right? It looks exactly identical, except it's all foggy and shit. And the farther you walk, like the more and more you walk, the worse it gets. Like, until eventually it's like blindness. You can barely see, you know, 5 blocks ahead of you, and then suddenly you just take like almost all of your health and damage. Like, you're down to like 1 heart or 2 hearts or something like that. and you just yeah, add a gravestone thing. Also, like, the justification for, oh, Minecraft is supposed to be a kid's game, it's rated for everybody. Okay, you have access to settings. Add, like, adult features to the game. And I'm not making it like, oh, make the game horribly not safe for work, and then lock it behind a switch or something. That way you could be like, well, technically it's family friendly, it's just their fault if they turn it on. But, like, you know, allow, like, blood and gore. Like, in Terraria, there's a setting to turn off blood and guts. Yeah. It doesn't have to be, like, you know, detailed and textured, like, you know, a Bethesda game. Just, you know, give us, like, some particles or something. Not even that. Like, if you just killed a mob and it just, like, you know, like, the mist was, like, or, like, the mist was, like, red, or, you know, it made, like, a crunch, that'd be kind of cool. It'd be extremely violent, but it's pretty fun. And then also, hear me out. If we can have settings to enable mods that already do half the shit that we want, why can't we have settings in the game that enable shit that we actually want? Better modding support would be cool. Better downgrade support would be cool. Hell, another fun one, right? What if we made it so that way an update that was, like, actually a community response update? It's like, hey, you guys have been hounding us about this feature for so long, we've actually decided to add it. Like the cave update. We wanted better mountains and better caves. We asked for years to have one. And so, we got one. Where the fuck is our next community update? The game is essentially run by its community. Why can't we have, like, the one or two things that we actually need? There's this one guy that I watched called the Mr. Epic. He had an idea for a better end update, where essentially there was, like, a bunch of Elytra gems that you could get that would increase your Elytra, like, for mobility, combat, and, like, general purpose use. Like, one would make it so you move faster and take less damage from colliding with objects. One would make it so flying through mobs would damage them. The other one would make it so if you took off or landed next to a group of enemies, they would all take massive damage depending on how fast you were going. Like, that would be so cool. Or, you know, here's another one. What if every time you killed the Ender Dragon it got stronger or, you know, tougher in some way? And it dropped unique items after its first couple deaths. Because after you kill the Ender Dragon once, there's no purpose of resummoning it again. Other than, like, for Dragon's Breath or for an achievement. Yeah, like that would be that'd be pretty cool. I'll try to relay what you just said. A blueprint block that, like, it would be like temporary creative, where you have access to a bunch of blocks, like all of the standard blocks, and then you can see to go, what to build, what not to build, what to add, what not. And once you're all done, you could just simply save it and then place blocks where blocks need to go, or remove like blocks where blocks need to be removed, or just scrap the whole thing. That would be so useful for redstone. Or what if you could save blueprints of things from across worlds? So if you have a really cool looking house or item or just general build in like a creative world and you wanted to replicate it in survival, you could make a hologram of it using the blueprint block and make it in the game or make it in the regular world. It might be laggy, but it would be really cool. Plus, it's better to have a feature that is, you know, useful but not used than a feature that is not useful and never used. Like, overall, would you rather have a feature that's like, oh, that's pretty neat, and then use it like all of twice? Or would you rather have a feature that's like really useful but you just fucking hate? Yeah. Like, would you rather have a feature where it's like, oh shit, combat actually feels like combat now, and it's not like, you know, okay, which does the most damage, which makes me swing faster? Or on Bedrock, or what pre 1.8, it's like, well shit, better just get out my Sharp 5 diamond sword and click 3 times. Boom, 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 everything around me is dead. Like, the Spartan weaponry mod kind of amplifies what I want in like a good Minecraft combat. Yeah, that's part of the Spartan weaponry mod. It adds spears that have less total damage than a sword, but have a farther reach, and you're allowed to use them behind shields. So you could just... Yeah. There's a saber which does more limb damage or more damage to unarmed opponents. There's a rapier which has faster swing speed and does
Green versus Rosa
more damage to unarmored opponents. So like, if like a player has no armor, it'll do more damage to the unarmed player, or an unarmored player, than a player with like any armor on. A greatsword does so much more damage, it's like stupid, but is really slow and clunky to use. There's a halberd which does a massive amount of damage, but requires that you have nothing in your offhand slot for it to work, because it's a two-handed weapon. There's a pike, which is like a longer spear, but with also that same drawback. Yeah. Yeah, there's a knife that has like... Yeah, it's like death by 1,000 paper cuts. Yeah, like, there's that thing in Spartan weaponry too. You know, there's a knife that has like an immense, that has like the fastest swing speed out of anything in the game, second only to the nunchucks. More on those in a second. And they do like 4 damage if they're diamond, but they could be enchanted to just maximize damage. And they swing like so fast. It's like you click once, by the time you're done clicking, the icon's already ready for you to attack again. There's the nunchucks, which are essentially full auto. You just look at something and they just keep taking damage. Don't do very much, but they're pretty cool. There's a katana, which has, which is basically just a slightly better sword. You can swing slightly faster, does a little bit less damage, applies bleed. Pretty useful. Imagine if that, like, along with what you just said about custom enchantments, like, the knife being able to swing quicker, or, I don't know, being able to, like, paralyze an opponent for a brief second because they just got stabbed in, like, the shoulder or something. Or, like, a greatsword being able to have, like, I don't know, superior knockback, which, knocks back an opponent, like, much farther, like, knockback 5 or something. Or a katana being able to have faster slashes, which makes it attack faster and do more rapid combos or something. Imagine if all of that was coupled with, like, the class armors that I mentioned. So, like, if you're going for, like, a quick class, which would use, like, the wool and string armor, or the leather armor, you could have, like, the katana, or the nunchucks, or, like, a rapier, or a knife or something, and you could just run around everything at the speed of sound. Doji. You sleep. But if you're going for, like, a heavy class, picking, like, a spear, or, like...
Rap battle? Who do you think would win? Dreamer, Rosa, Burks?
Yeah, I was.
Sorry?
I had the talking stick. That's not very nice of you. Like, if you... Yeah. I'm holding Doji right now. I'm cradling him in my arms.
How tall are you?
5'8". I'm 5'8". How tall are you?
I'm gonna be tall. Like, 5'7".
Ooh.
I'm gonna be so much more taller than you.
It's canon. That just makes the entire fanfic canon now. Anyways, back to Minecraft. If you
Damon's just...
if you were
Damon's
using
jealous
like,
of what we have.
exactly. If you're using like the turtle or like the reinforced netherite armor that makes you do much more damage but makes you move much more slowly or gives you better resistance or something, then pick like a halberd or a spear or a greatsword or something that does like 10 plus attack damage per hit but doesn't hit very fast. Or like if you're going for a mage, grab like a dagger or like a saber and cut through everything in your way while also being able to use in your offhand like, a spell book. Imagine being able to enchant your, like... Also, that's another cool thing. Enchant, like, an offhand spell book that makes it so, like, once every, I don't know, 30-ish seconds, you're able to enchant your sword to do, like, an immense amount of damage, or, like, have, like, a temporary, like, I don't know, fire aspect, or super knockback, or something. Or, like, lifesteal. Or you can make it so it makes your sword swing really fast for like 5 seconds. That would be so cool. There are so many unique ideas that Minecraft can add if they would just listen to the player base. And that's only a few of the ideas that I have. Imagine if I actually had the time to sit here for 4 hours and list them all. I could write them down. I should write them down. Also, can we please do something with the dragon egg? Like, oh, it's a cool lamp. We'll probably just put it on display. Or, we could do like... I mean, we could just put it on display in, like, a central location, like a hub. It's neutral ground. And since there's factions, there'd be no PvP, it's neutral grounds, essentially. It is the Continental. They are allowed to beat the shit out of each other the moment you walk through the door, or the moment you walk out of the doors. But once you're in the Continental, you gotta act like gentlemen. Also, if we did something with the Dragon Egg, we could have baby dragons in the game, and we could tame them as pets. Just saying.
What?
If we did something with the Dragon Egg, we could tame baby dragons. If the Dragon Egg could hatch, or there could be multiple, we could tame dragons, and it could be like How to Train Your Dragon. Not to mention, if they would just, like, if also part of the class thing, if you were going for, like, a heavy build, or, like, a tank-style build, or a warrior, you could pick, like, you know, a really big and beefy dragon. You could, yeah, rock... You fucking stoic build in Minecraft, drinking all the Turtle Master potions you can think of. But, hear me out here. If you're going for a tank class in Minecraft, you could pick up a really big and beefy dragon that moves really, really fast and, you know, has a bunch of... Can I finish? You have a really big, beefy dragon that moves, you know, somewhat fast, like, because it's got big wings, it's able to fly very far. Very good traveling dragon, and, you know, great for combat. One small issue, can't exactly fit inside your house, so you need to build a whole new building for it. Or have it dig its own nest. If you going for something like a light build, or like, you know, like a speed build, or an assassin, or whatever, you could have, like, you know, a quick dragon that's like, you know, double the size of like a horse. You know, it's able to suitably the player's able to suitably ride on top of it, maybe bring a friend. And it flies pretty quickly. Can't fly very far because, you know, its wings aren't that big, but, you know, a couple hundred blocks might be able to do it. If you're going for like a mage, you could have like an elemental dragon that could breathe, you know, either better fire, you know, ice, lightning maybe. Spit venom like a snake. Doji, are you there, or are you writing part 3 of the fanfic? Or part 6?
I mean, part... No, I'm not. Did I start?
I don't know, do you want to start?
I mean, do you want one?
I mean, do you want one?
I mean... do you want me to make one?
Only if you feel like it. I'm not gonna force you to.
I mean, will you read it?
Probably. Alright. I'll read all of the parts, Doji.
Okay. Give me a second.
Also, another small update that I would really like. Cosmetic armor. Like, I get the armor trims. That's not what I'm saying. Like, no. I mean, like, there's this mod that I have for almost all of my Minecraft Java things. It's like cosmetic armor or social armor, whatever it's called, vanity armor, something like that, where you can have a second layer of armor on that is purely cosmetic, or you could have like glass armor that just reveals like the player's skin. So underneath you're wearing like full enchanted diamond or full enchanted netherite, whatever, but on the surface people only see like, you know, your player skin, or like full iron armor, or like dyed leather armor or something. It takes no durability until you die. Like, that would be so cool. Plus, think of the trolling capabilities. Imagine like a guy in like full netherite walks into like you know, some random guy's base who has like full iron or half diamond or something, and is wearing like half gold, half chain armor on the outside. And the guy in iron tries to kill him, crits him like 8 times, and does 3 hearts of damage. That would just mess with him so much.
He getting bailed out by the boys after the girls find out not gay at the sleepover.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's just like a dumb meme.
What exactly do you mean by bailed out?
I don't know. Furry couple Vex and Jax murdering man and skin dog for pelt to make first suit.
What the fuck? Can people
Group
just
of pencil
can people just not be normal for like 3 minutes?
group of Pennsylvania men dressed as furries arrested for sexually abusing a 9-year-old boy.
Humanity
Mesa
humanity is proof that God can make mistakes.
furry accused of awing a cat, possibly while dressed as a dog.
See ya. I can't help but notice that you're suspiciously picking all furry ones. Do you just have those on a backlog?
No, I just found them on a meme channel. Man dressed up as animals sexually abused boy during furry parties in Bucks County officials. Furry who dressed up as a dog named Bubblegum Husky stood for stop doing those cats.
Why cats specifically? Like what the fuck?
I don't know, but they're always dressed as dogs. Prosecutors boy sexually abused at furry parties by network of men. Furry child R case. Investigators working on. Why?
Guys, what the fuck? Can you
Furry.
guys just not be, could you guys be normal for like 3 minutes, please? It's not that hard.
2013 is in 2 months. I don't really want to make the chapter 6
Today or ever?
today.
Okay, well then you don't have to.
I will always want to make the next chapter.
Oh, okay.
You want me to stop making the chapters?
No. That's a firm no from me. It's canon. Doji's the it's canon. Doji's the top in real life because he's taller.
What?
What?
What do you mean by top? Am I, like, dumb? Because that made no sense.
Repeat to me exactly what you think I said.
So you're upside down.
Doji, have you never heard of the phrase top or bottom?
I have, but for some reason,
Go to sleep.
no.
Go to sleep.
No.
Go to sleep.
No.
Go to sleep or no sex.
No, I can't do that.
Go to sleep.
Please? Okay. Go to bed. Can you still talk?
I mean, sure. I just wanted you to go to sleep in Minecraft, you dumb fuck.
You could have said that. Okay, I'm getting back on.
I mean, I need to go in like 15 minutes anyway, so I'm gonna set up a nether portal near our base. And,
Can you still talk?
yeah. I mean, I'll still talk, but like after 15 minutes, I gotta go, because otherwise I'll get kicked off.
Okay.
It's crazy to think how much territory we hold. Like, just between, like,
Hmm?
the three of us. Ow.
Hello?
Yep, I'm here.
You know Herbert from Family Guy?
Yeah.
Joe Biden tweeted saying, "Stop sending me this crap." It's a picture of Joe Biden like talking at a podium, but it's Herbert's head on his head.
Is it Joe Herbert, or is it Joe Pervert, or Herbert Biden? By the way, is your audio included in my stream?
Uh-huh.
Alright, thanks. I'm gonna submit the entire fanfic for my English final, and then just not show up to school at all.
I dare you to do that.
10k likes and I'll do it. Finals week is coming up in like a couple of months, so
Please?
I said 10k likes and I'll do it. If this stream, part 12, hits 10,000 likes by April, I'll do it. That's 2 months, people. Or by the end of April. That's 2 months.
Hmm.
This video has to trend like wildfire for it to do it. I just killed a donkey and got like 7 leather. Also, about the mobility, you know, like the classes update. if they do add a mobility-based class, Feather Falling 4 could be massively buffed for it. Riptide could be massively buffed for it. Soul Speed, Depth Strider, Frostwalker, Swift Sneak. Hell, you might... Well, that was weird. You might be able to even own, like, an exclusive enchantment or something that, like, you know, makes it so that way only on, like, the speed boots or whatever, you know, you can briefly, you know, have slow falling in midair for, like, 3 seconds or something. Like, that would just be so cool. But because Mojang has their head up their asses and refuses to take community suggestions seriously, we will most likely never see any of this, except for community-made mods.
5 out of 6 scientists have proven that Russian roulette is harmless.
Yeah. A winner POV. Just don't ask about the 6th guy.
All shoplifters will be executed.
Well, that's one way to stop Black Friday. Fart, fart, fart.
Peace?
What?
Oh, what are you saying?
I mean, if you want.
Yay.
One of us is gonna end up heartbroken by the end of this. I can already see it now.
Mine.
I feel like you know the answer to that. You're just asking me why, so I'll tell you what you already want to know.
No, I actually don't know.
Then you're just, at this point, blind. You'll figure it out, you know, sometime soon. I hope.
Have you seen this guy? This
What?
guy wears a Batman mask and he can eat a watermelon.
What?
Like, this guy in a Batman mask can eat a watermelon so fast.
I mean, to be fair, a watermelon is just like 95% water.
I know, but he eats it like so fast.
Actually, how much water is in a watermelon? Can you look that up for me? Doji?
Hmm?
Can you look that up for me? How much water is in a watermelon?
Much water. Water. Come on, Google.
How much water
Someone
is how much water is in the melon?
Okay, nutrition facts. Show me what is in a watermelon.
How much water's in a fucking melon, you piece of
It's
shit?
92% water.
What? That's a lot of water. I expected it to be way less. I thought it'd be in like the 80s. Also, did you know that humans are like 71% water? It's crazy to think that, like, if you just, like, stab yourself with a knife, like, pretty much anywhere on your body, 72% of the time, you'll hit water. Or at least something related to water. Ow.
Hello?
Yep, I'm here. I'm gonna take a bunch of Damon's obsidian for a nether portal. And I will most likely return the favor later. I'll repay him with I'll repay him with a cookie tomorrow. Does he seriously have no obsidian? Wow. Damon's base is like the only developed part of the entire like map. I check those chests every time and there's nothing new in them. Well, since there's nothing here, I'm gonna get off.
No.
Well, I mean, I have to anyway, since my parents are gonna come and kick me off.
Okay.
So,
Good night.
see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.